guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope y'all been doing well. So today we're gonna make a cookie. It's gonna be made out of foam, and I had ordered a cookie cutter from Amazon, but they lost my package and all of that good stuff, and I wouldn't get a cookie cutter in time for this tutorial because I wanted to make kind of like a Father's Day cookie. So I have to resort to what I used to do when I made real cookies and I didn't have a cookie cutter. I had to cut it by hand. So I'm going to show you guys what I did and how I did it, so you can do it too, in case you don't want to buy cookie cutters and stuff like that you're only going to use every once in a while. So what I did is I went online and I typed in a beer mug cookie cutter, right? And so then I got this image. So then I copied the image and I put it on. I use Google Docs because I ain't paying Microsoft a monthly payment to have no documents when I could get it for free from Google Docs. So if you don't have Microsoft, you can use Google Docs free. You can do the same things you do on Microsoft. And not only that, you can access it from anywhere. Anyways, so what I did, I made it in different sizes, but I'm only going to use one size for this video. And I actually made it a little bit bigger. I'm going to use this size cookie cutter. You can enlarge this if you want. I will post a link to this image if you want, so you can make it yourself if you want to cut a cookie out by hand. So what I did, right, was I got my... Now, you got to make sure you use it on a cutting board or something that's not going to cut through your mat, because you're going to use an X-Acto knife or something similar to that to cut it out, as you're going to see in a minute. So I got my clay. So this was white clay, and I just mixed in some classic caramel. Just a little bit, just to give it some color, because I'm still going to add like the baked look to it afterwards. Anyway, we'll go through it together, okay? So this is a good thing for those of you that don't want to keep buying cookie cutters, and you know, you just don't feel like you're going to be using that cookie cutter anymore, or you just don't have the money to buy a cookie cutter. So I got my painter sticks and I'm putting it down. Got my rolling pin. I'm gonna roll it out to the thickness that I want, right? And then I'm gonna flip it this way, just so I can roll it out this way a little bit, and make sure I got the cookie cutter all stuck up. And then I make sure it don't stick to your mat. And then you are going to, hold on, I'm a little hot in here. So I cut this just plain paper out, right? But if you wanted to, you could trace this image onto a piece of cardboard if you wanted something sturdier. Or you could even use what would even be better if you wanted to save this cutout to use over and over. You take this, and you know those plastic lids that come on your containers, like your Cool Whip, your butter, whatever, you trace it onto there and you cut it out with that, and you will have a cookie cutter that you can use forever and ever and ever. I used to do it. I used to have a whole collection of cookie cutters that I just cut out by hand, and I would use the lid of a from a container. So you take your image, and you just take your X-Acto knife and you just start tracing around. Just go around. It don't even have to be perfect. Just go around the whole cookie. Now make sure you're cutting through all the way to the bottom, because when you lift this clay up, you want to make sure that it's going to come up. So I just always just make a little cut, and boom, You lift this up, and there go your cookie, right? You got your cookie now. But we're going to have to do this twice, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute. I'm just trying to put my clay away. Don't want it to dry, because this air dry clay, it really dries fast. So I just want to pick my cookie up. So now, if you have any areas that you just want to define, you could just, you know, but look. Okay, so I already have a couple made over here. There's one cookie and there's two cookies I did beforehand, you know, right? So we're going to put these over here for now, because we're going to take this and we're going to fill in this part with yellow, because that's going to be the beer part. Okay, so I got some clay here that it's also white clay. I mixed with a little bit of yellow. I'll let y'all see what I got here. It's not really like a bright yellow. You can make it as bright as you want. I kind of mixed it in just very lightly with like pale daffodil. But if you wanted to make that a little bit more bright, you can mix like yellow and orange to give it like a brighter color. But I'm not going to be too worried about that. I just need it to be yellow enough so that you know that it's beer, right? So I got my painter stick again. Let me move these to the side over here so I can have room to roll out my cookie. Let me know what you think about this. If you think it's a good idea, you know, in case you don't have the money or you don't want to use this cookie cutter ever again and you just need it for, you know, today. And I think it's cost effective. You know, you don't have to buy cookie cutters if you don't want to buy cookie cutters. I don't think this is flat enough. Hold on a minute. I'm over here yapping and I'm not really taking my time to flatten this out as flat as I want it to be. Okay. All right, there we go. So now I'm gonna take my cookie shape again, and I'm gonna trace out the whole cookie. Just because I'm gonna show you why I'm gonna trace out the whole cookie, even though we don't need the whole cookie. I'm gonna show you why I'm gonna cut out the whole cookie. I hope you guys like this video tutorial. You know, I'm just trying to bring you different scenarios of how things can go wrong and how you can fix them, or how you can you don't have to think, oh, I can't make that, I don't have that cookie cutter, or I don't have this or that. Anything is possible. You know, just gotta use your mind. Sometimes you gotta do a little extra work, because this is definitely extra work. So you're gonna we're not gonna need this part, we're gonna need this part. So try to smooth it out as best you can. Just put it down, smooth it out. And then what I'm gonna do, because I don't need this handle, because we're gonna put a handle on there with spackle, so I don't need the handle. But I need like about this much, right? So we're gonna take this part and we're gonna put it on top of our cookie for the beer part. And now you can take this and mold it. I have a I'm gonna use a craft stick just to get it to line up the way I want it to. And you see it sticking out a little bit, but this the good thing about clay is that you can mold it and it'd be perfect. Now you see these lines? Let's straighten that out. Get you a little bit of water, spray it on your, and now you're gonna go like this, and you're gonna try to, now don't wet it up too much, okay? But you can definitely smooth out any lines that you have that you don't want anybody to see, okay? All right, so there we go. And now we're gonna put some lines. I'm gonna use it, you know, I got a skewer right here, a little mini toothpick, and you're just gonna put lines in it like a beer mug. Okay, maybe I should put one over here. Don't look even. Okay, and then now we're just gonna use our spackle to fill in the rest. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna take a little bit of spackle and fill in that part. So I just got some white spackle here. I just added some water just to make it soft enough to spread. And we're gonna take our cookie and we're just gonna spread some on here, okay? But then I'm gonna use some to fill it up, like to put bubbles. I'm gonna use piping bag to fill in the rest. Even though you could just, if you didn't want to do that, you could just fill it up until that point right there. Just move it up so that you don't see the, you know, so you don't see this space right here. You can fill that up. Hold up, because I don't want it to go down there until I'm ready, because then it's gonna dry and get on my nerves. But look, you can just do like this. If you don't want to do the bubbles like I'm gonna do right now, you can just leave it like that. But we're gonna add some bubbles to it, okay? And I'm gonna show you how. So what I got here is the same mixture I just put on there. I spread it on there. So this tip is tip number 7. It's just a round tip, okay? So you're gonna take it and you're gonna start making your circles. You know, you could put big ones, little ones, little ones, big ones, little ones. You can do whatever, however you want to do it, okay? Try not to get in front of the camera. So let me go sideways so y'all can see what I'm doing, okay? So then you're going to take you're just going to squeeze and move, come up, squeeze and come up. That's it. And now you have your little fuzz. What is it called? Is it called beer? I don't even know what it's called. I'm terrible. Beer foam. Oh my goodness. I had to think about that one for a minute. Right? And then you can make more foam coming down the beer if you want. That's totally up to you, how you want to do it. And if you don't like those points, you can just go back when it dries up a little bit. And you can, let's do this. Let's put one here, right? And make it look like a drop. Just take your tip and make it look like a drop. You see that? Let's put another drop right here. Just take your toothpick and go up. You see that? Now you got some drops on your beer. And so for the handle, you're going to take your same spackle and you're just going to go like this. And now you got your handle on your beer. Okay? So that's it, guys. That's basically it. But you know, I'm going to put a little bit of diamond dust on there because you got, I don't care if it's for dad, it got to sparkle. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So like, I need to add a dot right here. Missing a little dot right there. What do you guys think about this? I think it came out pretty cute. Your your beer mug cookie. This is how it looks. Sorry for the lighting. My ring light is like right on top of it. Maybe I should move back. Oh, I don't like the way it looks. I'm sorry for the lighting, guys. But this is definitely cute, right? And anybody can make this. It's doable. So guys, and it's so lightweight. I never really make like cookies with foam. I usually use salt dough, and that's what I was going to tell you. Thank God I said that. You don't have to use foam. If you want to use salt dough, you could use the same method. Roll out your salt dough and cut it out, because I used to cut out cookie dough, and salt dough is the same like cookie dough. And you can do the same thing. Just cut it out by hand. Get you an X-Acto knife and do the rest. You could do the rest with foam instead of using if you want to use spackle, you can use spackle. You can do it whatever you want, however you want. You know what I tell you guys? I only give you the idea. You do what you do and however you do it, and make it better than what I did, okay? So guys, until the next video, stay safe, stay healthy, keep crafting, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye.